Hey, this will be a video chart on ticker symbol FBCD. We will take a look at the daily time frame, and I would like to note to please check my disclaimer. Before we even get to the chart, what I want to do is show the news that came out today. This is Yahoo Finance, but if you go to Google Finance, Market Watch, any of the financial websites, you'll be able to pull this up. But you can see that today FBCD put out a CEO interview on stocktraderstalk.com. So like I said, if you go to any of these financial websites, again, this is Yahoo Finance, you can pull up the news release and access that interview. So I'd encourage you to go and check that out. So now taking a look at the chart, hopefully the first thing that really catches your eye down here, big volume bar, biggest it's had in a long time. And if you follow the newsletter, you know that volume alerts are some of our favorite chart setups, meaning a chart has very little action and then all of a sudden big volume comes in. These have led to some of our more successful gains, and rightfully so. When you stop and think about it, big volume means that something's going on and people are liking what they see, because people aren't going to buy if they don't like what they see. So when you combine this volume bar with the fact that that CEO interview came out today, things kind of begin to the pieces begin to come together and form that overall puzzle. So nice to see that the volume came in. And then on top of this, when we look back at the previous history, you can see that on this big volume bar right here, you can see the next day was a nice solid gain, and then actually that was followed up through another period where it went up and put in that high way up there. So again, big volume day happened on this period, and then the next 2 days went all the way up there. So it'll be interesting to see how the rest of this week unfolds, especially it's just Monday, so we still have 4 days left. So it'll be a very intriguing, and grab the popcorn. Let's see what happens with this one the rest of the week. So let's go over some supports and resistance levels. The key level of support and what seems to be the bottoming portion of this is down here at 0.0085. So I'll change this to green to represent support, and I'll explain what I mean by bottoming portion. But you can see that the price had been drifting down, but then I'm not going to count the number of days, but multiple times now the price has been bouncing, if not at that level, pretty darn close to this 0.085. So this seems to be this first level of support. There is another level of support, and that's where the price bottomed out back in April. On this day right here, this was actually April 4th, and that low was at 0.006. So that's going to be another area of support that you want to keep an eye on. Now, in terms of resistances and the fun stuff, you can see that today profit takers ended up stepping in right up here at 0.014. So this is going to be an area of resistance. I'm going to leave that line skinny because I think with another nice solid volume day, I don't think this will put up much of a fight or anything like that. And then after this level, next area of resistance is until these previous highs right here, and these are valued at 0.0185. So that'll be the next area of resistance, and then that's followed by this purple line up here, which is the 50-day simple moving average. That's valued at 0.021. So hopefully you're seeing that with a break of this, resistance levels really begin to thin out, and there's lots of upwards potential on the bounce. So that's something that is always worth checking and looking at any technical chart. Is there any sort of potential, or is it just getting bundled down by a bunch of resistance levels? But after you get through these two, and then the 50-day, the skies really open up. But the other thing to remember is when we're talking about a stock that's trading for less than 2 cents, percentages add up quite a bit. So you could say, well, this is only from 0.01 up to 0.014. That's not even a whole penny gain. Well, keep things in perspective. The percentages add up that much quicker when we're dealing with the stock trading below a nickel. And if you watch any of the intraday trading, or you can just go back and look at level 2s, this was basically a solid green candle all day, and then in the last half an hour, 20 minutes, some profit taking knocked it back down. So this is a little bit deceiving, just because like I said, basically the whole day this was green, and then that last minute profit takers stepped in and knocked it back down. But the thing with this one is it can move fast, and I think I know today's action showed that was up very nicely until, like I said, those last minute people came in. But the potential is there to both move fast, and then when you have the spaces in between these resistance levels, the potential is also there in terms of big percentage moves and such events like that. So lots of good things happening, and we'll see what happens. Like I said, the week is young, so let's see what these next 4 days bring about. If there are any other questions on the chart, please let me know. If not, again, this was FBCD. Make sure you check out that CEO interview too. Have a good one.